Hey everyone, Sush here, and I'm here with a new YouTube video. This is going to be my Dragon Link deck profile. The deck's basically complete. The main core is 40 cards, and then there's 20 extras, and I'll explain that when I get there. But hopefully you enjoy. I really like this deck. I built it, and I finally finished it, so let's go. So the first three cards are going to be three copies of Starlight Safer. This card is basically a one card. I want to say guaranteed four negates plus Herald, which is honestly really good. Actually, no, make that five. It's a guaranteed five negates, assuming of course you don't get hand trapped. But like, even if you do get hand trapped, you're probably gonna have enough extenders to, still make a board. Next, for our mini Chaos Dragons, we have our one Wyver Burster and one Call Up Serpent, and then for the big Chaos Dragon, we have our one copy of Chaos Dragon Levianeer. These help you go through with your normal plays, and Levianeer gets added off of Brotar to spin a card out of your opponent's hand and put a body onto your own board. Then obviously we're running three copies of Black Metal Dragon, another one card combo that gives you basically the same end board as Starlight Safer. Then Red Eyes Darkness Metal and Red Eyes Wyvern. Red Eyes Wyvern is really important because it allows you to chain block your Romulus, which allows you to safely, get access to your Dragoonity spell cards. Of course, if they have imperm, props to them, but it does help blocking Ash and stuff like that. Next off, for our rockets, we're running three copies of Rocket Tracer. Easily the best rocket there is. It pops a card on your field to summon another rocket, which lets you make Borreload Savage Dragon. Three copies of Noctovision. Noctovision's another extender, lets you draw a card, and also helps you chain block Romulus, which is really important. We're running two copies of Apsarautor. Now, I'm running two because Apsarautor is a free special summon onto the field, so it is nice to see him. He is that kind of extender, but more importantly, when he's sent to the graveyard, you get to add a rocket to your hand. Next off, we're running two copies of Rocket Recharger and one copy of Silver Rocket. These don't really matter as long as you have three level 4 rockets. Silver Rocket helps every once in a while, but you won't really be resolving its effect to banish a card from your opponent's extra deck. And Recharger just has like a good protection effect. Next off, for our Rose Dragons, one Red Rose and one White Rose. We're running the Rose over the Violon for two reasons. One, I prefer it because it's dragons and Violon is stupid. I don't like it. It's cancer. And two, I don't have Violon. That's the only two reasons. One copy of Dragoonity Phalanx to summon off of your Divine Lance. One Brotar. You can either summon this on your turn and add Levianeer, or on your opponent's turn to add Levianeer, or if you really want to, you can just add a Phantasme. And then Buster Lock. It's Buster Lock. Come on. And these are the next 20 cards. You can run a flat 40, but you do want to run at least 50 in my opinion, because you do not want to draw your Phalanx. If you do, it sucks. So three copies of Ash, three copies of Nibiru, three copies of Infinite Impermanence, three copies of Droll and Lockbird, three copies of Cypher and Gamma, and then one Driver, two copies of Phantasma because it's searchable, and two copies of Lancia. So most of these hand traps are pretty cheap with all the new reprints. Lancia is very easy to get hands on. Phantasma is easy. Thankfully, these are once again also easy. Droll and Lockbird's pretty easy. Imperm's $20. It took me a while to get mine, so if you want a cheaper option, you can run three copies of Effect Veiler. Effect Veiler is actually good because it's a light monster, so you can ditch it off of what's it called? Chaos Space. Nibiru, just another light monster, and then everyone knows what Ash is, and Ash is $8, same as Nibiru, so not bad. Like, if you really want to get into the competitive, hand traps are very easy to get your hands on compared to what they used to be. Now moving on to your spells, we have three copies of Chaos Space. It's basically a one card combo, assuming you have a light or dark card in your hand. It does the exact same thing as every other one card combo in the deck. We're running three copies of Quick Launch because it's a really great extender, three copies of World Legacy Guard Dragon because it's a really great extender, one copy of Boot Sector, one copy of Dragon Ravine, one copy of 1-for-1, and one copy of Divine Lance. 1-for-1 is basically the same thing as your Chaos Space. It'll summon your Black Metal directly from the deck. And then Dragon Ravine is just in case you open this or you open the Phalanx, and this will allow you to send your Apsarautor to the graveyard in order to get a rocket to your hand. That's it for the main board. Going into the extra deck, we are running two copies of Striker Dragon, It's very important because you use the first one as your first normal summon, well, on your first normal summon, and you make the second one after you make your LP. Then, speaking of LP, we have one LP and one Pisty, and one copy of Link Cross. Probably going to get banned, and if he does, I'll make an update on this deck. If he doesn't, I won't make an update on this deck. One copy of Romulus, one copy of Halqifibrax, one copy of Protector Whelp, one copy of Union Carrier, one copy of Hydrox Seal. Preferably, I'd like Buster Whelp to get banned, but that's not happening. I don't think Halqifibrax is getting banned, because to be fair, Halqifibrax doesn't do too much except like bring out, your Roses or your Smoke Grenade or your Vylon for Smoke Grenade. So to be fair, just ban Smoke Grenade. That's it. That's all you have to do, Konami. One copy of Appaloosa and one copy of Borosword. I really like this new art. I still have my old one, so if you ever see two Appaloosas, that's why. One copy of Herald of Arclight, one copy of Martial Metal Marcher, and one copy of Borreload Savage. So that's it for my deck. If you enjoyed, hit the like button, and if you want more, please hit the subscribe button. It really helps. If you sat through this far, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.